Okay, so this is project number one, question number one. This is the painting system, the paint mixing. So to review what you're doing here, we have on this system three different valves, one mixer and two sensors. So we have a valve for the yellow paint, a valve for the blue paint, and then a valve for the green paint or the draining of the whole system. We also have a motor that runs the mixer, and we have a low level sensor and a high level sensor. So the way this is going to work, described in the next slide here. So if your paint level reaches level 1, so that is basically it's on the low level but not on the high level. So basically if this sensor is on but this one is not, that indicates that you are somewhere in this range here. Or I'll also say if both sensors are off, that would indicate that your level is down about here. So if you're down here or anywhere below this, what you need to do is you need to fill this tank. So you would want to say open this valve, close this one, shut the motor off. So that would be your conditions there. If you read this one is on and this one is on, that would indicate that you're all the way up to the top. At that point you want to shut off this valve, shut off this valve, keep that valve closed. You want to run this motor. We're actually going to run that for 45 seconds. That's the timing value there. So 45 seconds on a timer. That is something you're going to have to figure out how to do, is run that timer. After that timer completes, you'll shut the motor off, and then you will drain the paint out of here by opening up this valve here, this valve number 3. And then we'll start to look at the sensors again. Okay, so that is described here. All right, and I will give you what you're going to do here. Draw a flow chart for the whole process, submit that, then write all this code, and I will give you an example of what I am looking for as far as actual output. So yours does not have to exactly match this, but it should be the same general idea. Mine's pretty fancy, so we'll see. You don't need to be this elaborate, but same general idea. So basically you're going to run some type of infinite loop here, and you're going to say, let me know low level or the sensor number 1, what is its status? So I'm just going to say it is on. So let's say we need to fill the tank. So this one will be on, the high one will be off. So I have on and I have off. So that tells me the yellow valve is going to be true, which means open. Blue valve, true, which is open. Drain valve is false, which is closed. The mixer is false, which means that that motor is off. Now I'm going to ask again, what is the level? So anytime if I have a combination of on and off, those are the responses I get. If I have off and off, I get those same responses. That's still a low level. And here's where it gets interesting. If I say I am on and on, now this is where we've actually reached the high level. So now we're going to have to mix and then drain. So I have false, 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 true. So that means all my valves are now closed. The mixer is on. And you can see what I have here. It says mixing, and then I'm actually running something here, which is actually counting down. So it's going into its 45-second timing right now. So see, it says 45 seconds left, 40 seconds left, 35 seconds left. Every 5 seconds it's putting out a new message. You don't have to do this, but you need to be able to time for 45 seconds. So this is just going to count down here. 15 seconds left, then 10. Next will be 5. And then after this 5 seconds, what should happen should shut the mixer off and open up the other valve. So our valves are now, yellow valve is false, blue valve is false, drain valve is true, mixer is false. Okay, so that is draining the system out now. And now it's asking me to enter in what is the status now of my sensors again. So that's kind of doing everything. Okay. If I put in something that's not valid, not a valid combination, see it says invalid entry, try again. So yeah, that should be about it. To figure out how to do the timer, I basically just went in Google and said, how do I do a delay timer in C#? And it took me a couple tries to get this to work, but I did get it to work after a few minutes of trying and experimenting. So I'm expecting you should be able to do that as well. So that is my program. And this is what I'm looking for as a general idea of how you enter in information and the responses you should be getting for it. Okay, so good luck with that.